Big Boys Neighborhood, we are after the show, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, September 26th. Hell of a day, if I may say so. All righty, Louie, I'll start with you because you're chewing. No, just
I was like,
after the show. All right, Dave, go ahead, baby girl.
You guys, so I
First
was
off,
really
how
thinking.
did you enjoy the show today? We never do that, huh? How did you
true.
enjoy the show today,
I
Ide?
really like the show today. I like the stories that were shared, like people just finding out things or the wrong way. I can't believe that. I really felt bad for the girl that said that she didn't know that her biological father.
Oh, man.
I mean, that her dad wasn't her biological father until she was 17 years old.
And found out on Facebook.
Yeah, and find out on Facebook. And I think that the really, really sad part about that was that she no longer talks to that man.
I know.
Or the biological is not in the picture.
That's
so
crazy. Can you
I feel bad
imagine
for her.
at 17? I mean, it was bad enough for me at 17 days. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine.
What happened at 17 days?
That's when
bitch?
I found out my dad wasn't going to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, dog.
Yeah. But would that be crazy to you if you found out that wasn't your dad, Lou?
Yeah, because at that age, you're already almost an adult. You're hitting 18. Right?
Yeah, man.
And the first thing that would come to my mind would be like, why did you yell at me that one time? Why did you do?
Yeah, you're not even my father.
dad.
But you know what you got to think? You got to think of all the good stuff too, though.
razor.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Of
get
course.
that, you got to think of all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's a trip.
I want to go
Did
home and
he
kind of
know-
tell my son I'm not his dad just to see what he'll do.
Wait, I
You know?
forget.
Not
Did
gonna believe
he
you.
know that he wasn't the father?
You know what?
We didn't
I
get to
don't know
ask
if I
her any of that.
yeah.
I want to know, like, why didn't they tell her?
Like why?
Damn.
Like if, and then you wonder too, like if he was maybe a good father, like why not just stay there? He was there
I
raising
know,
you,
man.
especially if he didn't know.
But
he's
she
still
was like,
raising
he
you.
was kind of standoffish. You know what I'm saying? And when you know it's not your kid, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it
You know what I'm
is.
saying? Like, hey, she's smoking now. Not my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never cares. I came home at 3 a.m. and he was just like, oh, go upstairs. You know, he was like, man, your daughter. And then she did say she had like other brothers and sisters or 5 more
Yeah, that there
siblings
was
around the
more.
country or something. Like,
Biological father.
whoever Pops is, Pops got it in, Jack. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
I-
Probably was like Billy Idol or some rock musician.
I found out that I had
Herpes?
I do have a brother.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a brother that's Australian. He's half Australian, half Mexican.
Through
And
who?
This is a really long story, so I'm gonna try to really shorten it. So, my papa was a Rolling Stone. Okay, like
Really,
literally,
though?
I have so many half siblings all over.
And for
the
those
place.
who don't know what Papa was a Rolling Stone, I mean, you know, going everywhere, wherever he
He's
lay
a
his
hoe.
hat is his home.
So I had this lady call my number at Susan and Clyde's house, right? And Susan and Clyde took care of me after my mom passed away. So they called their landline, and nobody calls me there. Nobody has that number, and they left a message like, "Hi, we're trying to reach."
Were they like, hello, we're calling from down under. We're trying to reach all day.
We're trying to reach Ide, and this is about her father. And I heard the message and I was like, my father? Like, nobody's ever tried to reach me about my father. Like, this is weird. So I called her and she's like, hi. She's like, I don't want to freak you out.
Did she have the accent and everything? Was she
No,
in
no, no,
Australia?
no. This wasn't even anybody that's related to him.
Okay.
It's a best friend of his sister that's trying to like find his dad and his family. So long story short, I signed up for Ancestry.com and I started a tree. So that's how she found me. And I had my dad's name on there. So she said that I was the only person. I was the only person that she
Can
could
you
link.
imagine I put something up like that? How many
That she
people would
could
call
link
me?
to my dad's name. So yeah, she called me and I was super excited because I've always known that I had an older brother, but his name is Max. So when she told me, she's like, oh, I have your older brother is trying to like find his family. I was like, you know where my brother Max is at? She's like, no, this isn't Max. His name is Roberto. And I was like, what? Roberto? And she's like, yeah, and he's half Australian. And
Damn.
I was like, what do you mean he's Australian?
Like, where did they hook up at?
They met somewhere in Northern California. So his mom had just gotten here from Australia.
He knocked it down, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's an international
That's so
player.
Yeah, that's an international pimp card
Did they go
right
back
there.
to Australia, or they were still here in California?
So the mom did go back to Australia, and I don't know. My dad took
Put
off on
shrimp
her.
on the bob, eh?
He did all kinds of things, yo. So I don't know.
You should have asked her. Did she know the crocodile hunter or
I
anything
don't
before he
know.
passed?
I didn't ask her
I
that.
gotta ask her about the crocodile hunter.
Oh, but I have a lot of siblings. I have probably
So do
like
I.
8
Well, they all live
siblings
with me,
through my dad.
Wow.
8?
Yes, yeah,
Man,
brothers
I'm
and
not doing
sisters.
enough then.
yeah.
Yeah, I only got 2 kids. And I'm in my kid's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell am I doing? All righty, Louis G, we on you.
Yo, man, there's this big FBI oh my God, this is crazy investigation.
Please don't have a story that's too big for you.
No, with the
Okay.
investigation that
Just
went
reading
down.
now.
And I was,
Barbara, I'm like,
this is crazy.
I was thinking about this.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
So the FBI finally busted these head coaches for taking bribes and stuff in the NCAA because they're putting influence into these players, right? Possibly to figure out what NBA team to go to and stuff like that. So they just arrested a USC head coach for the basketball team, which is crazy. But I always think about this, like as a star athlete, especially in college, you got to be tempted to take bribes.
Yeah, man.
And if, I'm pretty sure coaches got to put something in these players' ears to go this. And I knew something like this was happening behind, but now they actually busted them.
And I mean, they've had rings of stuff too, though.
Yeah, man.
And you know what I think, man? I think that is kind of messed up that you make a college institution so much money. And if I take a leather jacket, I could be messed up. You know, the NCAA rules, you know, but you make all this money. Like these schools can make
money.
Millions
Yes, that's true.
of dollars. And you get nothing. And my thing was, it was like, well, how do we subsidize everybody? How do we? Yeah. No, I mean, I think that a school like Duke or whatever, you know, that basketball team.
Yeah.
Or football, whatever. I think that they bring in more revenue for the school than the swim team.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you to break that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit here.
And one thing that also trips me out too is like, okay, all these players have great grades. Like you're telling me all these players graduate with degrees and they have great grades.
No.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, if I was a regular student, I'd feel cheated out of that. Like, what do you like? Just okay, yes, they're superstars that make a lot of money for the school, but like, come on, man, you can't tell me some of these guys aren't smarter than some other people.
I mean, like, it's unfortunate because you have these athletes who are getting a free education, and there are a lot of people out there that aren't given that opportunity because they have a different skill. They're going there to play basketball, but they're also getting, like, if you have a diploma that says you graduated from Duke University, you can be afforded so many other opportunities when it comes to getting a job later down the line, and yet they're also not taking the opportunity to really, like, some players, Duke's a little different. I do know from things that I've heard, but you hear so many stories of just like them not taking advantage of that schooling and being able to get that degree because
just give it to them.
What is it? 2% of college athletes make it to the NBA. What happens to all these other players that aren't going to class and getting, you know?
Well, you just made that story sad.
I did.
Yeah, true.
Sorry.
Yeah, now I'm depressed.
Another thing is the FBI did put agents involved in this whole case. That's how they busted them, like fake agents and stuff like that, and offering them bribes. There's one major retailer, bro, who was like a rep for them that also got busted.
Damn.
Yeah, man. We know him, the Three Stripes, bro. The Adidas. Somebody from Adidas, man. Got all busted
but
also.
That's what you got to do to get these cats too, man.
Yeah,
you know?
man. That is crazy.
Grab the next great champions, man. I see it already at my son's level.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he got to come here. Where's he going to school?
All the influence and stuff like, and there has to be money behind it. Once you follow,
I don't know.
Well, I know, but once you follow the money, that's how they got busted.
I don't know.
He doesn't know, Louis. God.
Come on, man. What you doing, bro?
No, I'm
you
just
racist?
saying that. No, I'm not racist, man.
Just checking. You vote for Trump?
No,
All right,
at all.
cool. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? All righty now, Natalia, please.
All right, you guys remember when the Bachelor in Paradise, one of the spinoffs of Bachelor and the Bachelorette, went, like, they shut down production because there were two people who hooked up, and then there was allegations of, like, someone being taken advantage of. They did the investigation. They found there was no evidence of it. Well, those two people in question apparently are dating now. Like,
that's crazy. They trying to get another show.
I think so, because they literally, like, they kept them separate, and there was this whole thing, like, they weren't allowed to talk to each other because a police investigation was going on, and then they reunited them on some, like, after show sort of thing that they do, and now, like, they're popping up all these different places, and TMZ has these photos of them at Disneyland holding hands, looking all
going
cute,
to Disneyland. Come on,
and everything.
Why wouldn't they go to Disneyland?
If they date and they have, like, a full-on relationship, I'm gonna lose my reality.
They're coming
mind.
back with a show.
Oh,
they're coming back with a show.
no.
Let me ask you this, Natalia. We're both in relationships. The other one's lost. All right. But let me ask you this.
We know how to hold on to people.
For $1 million, would you and Mac have sex on television?
No.
And you can only see it was like Snapchat. It immediately went away. Nobody could record it. $1 million untaxed.
Nah, not for $1 million. Because, like, and no one's going to record. You said no one's going to record it?
You couldn't record it. Like, you couldn't record it. You couldn't do it with your device. You couldn't Snapchat.
Televised.
Yeah, but it's going to be televised. And we'll be on air talking about, make sure you guys check out the sex show that's going on with Natalia and Matt.
Bump it up to 5.
You do it for $5 million?
Maybe for 5. 5 after taxes.
No, I mean, like, completely untaxed.
Untaxed. 5, do it for 5. 1 mil? I don't know. I don't want people to see that.
$5 million.
What about you? $5 million.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Louis, $5 million.
$5 million, that's a lot of
I
money.
do it for $1 million, dog.
You do it for
I'll
$1 million?
for $5
I have
million,
sex
too.
now and I don't get paid for it, so I might as well get some.
Yeah.
Not everyone sees
Whatever.
it.
Because you don't invite us.
I look good. I look good. I want to
You know
get
what I'm
paid
saying?
for
I
this.
don't think
Yeah.
it's not
If you
about-
invited me and my calendar was open,
Might as
I'll
well,
go.
right?
I'd be
It's
like,
not
man,
about
they'd be like,
looking
and
good
Irene
today.
would come in and she like,
They're not
okay,
exactly
big,
gonna rewatch
you got to
it.
record your commercials. You have a luncheon. Oh yeah, and you got to be at Natalia's at 5:30 to watch her and Matt smash session.
Hell yeah.
You know, if I invited y'all in just for free to watch me and Vettel do it, would y'all do it?
No.
For free?
Yeah, just like, man, y'all come on,
Nah.
come by the
Take a
crib.
peek.
Not on no freak stuff. I had it behind glass or something.
No.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't do it.
No, that's private and intimate. And that's
But
like,
if I invited you, and
No, it's
private
okay.
and intimate to who?
It's a
You or
party.
me?
that's a private, intimate moment between
But if
you
I
two.
invite you.
No, I'm
No,
cool.
see, that's your
'Cause Then I
standards.
couldn't, because then I don't know if I could look at you. Like, because what if you do
You're
some
gonna
kind of
want
move
him?
that you flip over
You're
and then
gonna
I see like your butthole and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that is true. And then you'll have nicknames for me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Oh
Big
my
Cock,
God.
come here. Big Cock. You know what I'm saying? But now I see why they call you Big Boy.
Hilarious.
Instead of big boy, we
Man,
said
That'd
big
be
cock.
crazy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give it up for Big Cock, Big Cock.
I was dating some chick one time, and I remember
She had
her
a big
telling.
cock?
I remember her. I remember her telling me one time, like, one day I want you to just watch me with another girl, and I was like,
Okay.
You was like,
All
one
right.
day. You were like, 2 days.
I was like, one day.
You're like,
Right,
not
yeah,
one
call
day.
her.
No, not 2 days.
Call
No,
her.
2
Oh,
days.
She's like, let me
You
check my
said no to
calendar.
that?
No,
Tomorrow.
she was like, well,
You said
well,
no?
she said it, but she was like, would you be bothered
She
by
saw
it?
the hunger
It
in
was
your
a
eyes.
test.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
no,
She
I
was
wouldn't.
testing
That was
you.
a test.
I was like, no, I
Your
wouldn't.
eyes probably changed and your tongue fell out your mouth.
I
Instantly
was
got
like,
hard.
yes, dog. I haven't seen her ever since.
Right.
No.
Yeah, nah.
That's why I should get off just saying that to people. Like,
Really?
would you like to see me and another girl? You're like, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Bye.
And just walk away
Just
from
kiss
you.
me goodbye.
Hey, man, for $100,000 cash, would you sock your dad in the face? Untaxed.
Nah, I couldn't.
If you had to sock your mom or dad for $500,000, which one would you sock in the face?
My dad, dog.
Damn.
I heard
That's
that.
500,000.
If you
Damn.
had to shave your mother's hair off or your sister's hair off, completely bald like mine, who would it be?
I've been wanting to do that to myself.
Oh man,
I shave your hair off.
it'd be my
we'll
it'd
do
have
it.
to be my sister, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got kind
You
of
know
jealous
what's
of her.
what's funny though? I think my
She's smart.
I think my sister would have the bigger problem than my mom. My mom would probably be like, "Forgive me." She's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
she would.
I know it was a mistake. Or
Yeah, man.
Oh, me.
Something like that.
Okay, let me make you some food.
Our boss, Doc, just walked in. Hey, Doc, for $5 million,
Yes.
untaxed,
Yes.
would you allow a camera crew into your home?
For $5 million. For how long?
I'm not.
Yeah.
You already negotiating. You ain't even heard the question
That's the
yet.
key in radio. How for how long?
Yeah, for you, for
the question.
they'll come in and they'll televise live television. You and your Queen Sabea to everyone, whoever wanted to watch it. But it's like Snapchat. You couldn't record it. You couldn't like nothing. It's just one
okay.
and done.
Oh.
$5 million.
I'm in.
You didn't. Hello. I told you he was a freak. You know what I'm saying? He was like, Big, is that one of our sponsors? Then I could take another
Where can I
million
get
and
this
we could do a big boy bankroll. Let me know. Let me know.
He's a
Hey, Doc, if I gave you an invitation to come by and watch me and Vettel smash, would you do it?
No.
Nah? Why not?
Damn, that's
I don't know. It's a really weird question, actually.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
all of us said yeah.
You guys all said
no,
yes?
we
No,
didn't.
not all of us said
Thank
yes.
you, ladies. Duh.
Gosh.
He was trying to
Ay,
bait
Dios
him
mío.
in.
My bad, sorry.
All right.
No,
Sorry.
I wouldn't do that.
Man, that's cold, man. Why? Because of loose skin? My loose skin?
No. I just,
What, you got something against my wife?
I have love for you and your
You have something-
family.
You have something against my wife?
No, not at all.
What's going on here, man?
You like his wife,
What's
Doc?
wrong with my wife? Why you don't want to watch my wife and me have sex?
Now, if I say yes, I'm a pervert. If I say
Oh, so
no-
now you're a pervert. You just a selected pervert.
Wow.
Okay, all righty. Well, I'm going to end this after the show. I don't need to be ridiculed in front of my audience. But thank you guys for hanging out with us after the show, ladies and gentlemen. We have another round. We're going to do some Would You Rathers tomorrow.
Yes.
Would you rather? Best believe that. Thank you for hanging out with us
Thank you.
after the show. Enjoy the rest of your day. All things Big Boy's Neighborhood is right there for you at RadioBigBoy.com. Natalia, thank you.
Thank you.
Louis G, thank
you.
you. I day all day. Thank
Hello.
you. All
Thank
righty.
you.
We are Big Boy's Neighborhood
Boy.
and we are gone.